from Cleveland's most accurate weather team. This is 19 First Alert Plus, sponsored by the man that makes them pay, Tim Misney.
And good morning, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News Now, coming to you from our digital desk. Big holiday weekend coming up, and we want to make sure you're prepared when it comes to the weather. If you're traveling, maybe heading out later today, maybe you're going to travel on Thanksgiving Day, staying maybe locally. A live look outside, a little nasty out there this morning, 42 degrees. But there is some better news on the way. We're going to bring in 19 First Alert meteorologist Jeff Tanchek. Jeff, I'm glad it's not cold, like super cold, because looking at your radar, that would be snow.
It would be, and it looks like next week we could get into a situation where this is going to end up being snow, but not in the short term. Yeah, it is chilly out there, but it's too warm for this to be snow here. We are getting lake effect rain. We had a cold front come through last night. We had some pockets of drizzle this morning. Extensive cloud cover. I mean, it's looking like a true November day out there. And we're gonna leave some lake effect rain in the forecast in spots here through at least early afternoon. Then I think we'll kind of dry things out, and that's when most people hit the roads later this afternoon and this evening. But it looks like we're about to get another round of some rain coming in off of the lake in Cleveland. So pretty wet out there. It's scattered showers. Now, obviously, if you're not in the lake effect zone here, you're going to be pretty dry, but keeping it cloudy. And look at the temperatures here. We essentially hold steady in that 40 to 45 degree range. By 7 o'clock, we're at 40, Akron, Canton. You're only about 42 for your high. Now, a few of these showers could sneak into the Akron area. We did see a little rain earlier this morning, but right now, as it stands, it looks like most of this lake effect is going to be primarily along the lake shore here, Cleveland to Ashtabula. You look out west, and we do see some breaks trying to move into northwest Ohio here. Now, as I widen out, notice that cold front that's dropping out of Canada. That actually crosses Thursday evening, your Thanksgiving evening, but it comes through dry, but it will give us a temperature swing. Thanksgiving tomorrow's looking fantastic. That's the pick day with the sunshine. But Friday is going to be a colder day. So here's First Alert Future View. Let me walk you through things here at noon. And we may still have a little lake effect rain going, especially east of Cleveland at this time. But I'm thinking late this afternoon, 4, 5, 6 p.m., not only does the rain end, but we may see just a few breaks in the clouds here. Again, not a very warm day, 40 to 45 for temperatures here. And still pretty cloudy most of the night, but then look at what happens by tomorrow morning, okay? Start out in the 30s. We're going to be pretty clear, and we're forecasting a mostly sunny sky for your Thanksgiving, 45 to 50 for highs here. And then with that front, the clouds will tend to increase again tomorrow night. But here's tomorrow, near 50. Notice how this colder air kind of settles in for Friday if you're going to be doing some shopping. Weekend looks pretty chilly, and there's another cold front, a stronger one on Sunday, and all that's going to do, and you'll see that very evident on the 7-day, just looking ahead here, starting Monday, it's going to be some winter-like air coming in. We're forecasting the coldest air mass so far this fall season, certainly in the month of November, and you know there's going to be a little lake effect snow there. So just looking ahead next week, put that in the back of your head. It does look like next week a much, much colder pattern as we end the month of November, Dan.
Yeah, we're going to take that 15-second pause and see what Jeff is talking about and where there is potential for maybe some snow next week. Give us 15 seconds.
I've represented families just like yours for over 4 decades. Listen, if you need me, call me. You know I'll be there for you, and I'll make them pay. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye out for you.
Jeff's going to walk us through sort of our travel forecast, since there's going to be a lot of people on the road, and then we'll look at potential of snow in the forecast.
Right. Yeah. So let me show you this here. So today we have that lake effect rain around, especially between Cleveland and Ashtabula. This is the local travel. Mostly sunny tomorrow, looking like a bright Thanksgiving. But then on Friday, mostly cloudy and pretty cold on Friday. Here is the First Alert 7-day forecast as I bring it up. It looks like most of this lake effect rain is going to be out later this afternoon. We'll drop down to about 35 tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. There you go, near 50. But then on Friday, I talked about that cold front coming through tomorrow evening. Comes through dry, but it's going to give us a temperature change. Only around 39 for the high on Friday. Weekend, mostly cloudy on Saturday, still dry, 42. Saturday night, we're dropping into the 20s, and that's because we do expect a little bit of clearing and a light wind. So good setup for the temperatures to drop. Now on Sunday, a stronger cold front brings an afternoon winter mix. We think that'll be pretty light if you're going to be going to your watch party Sunday for the Browns game. And then next Monday and Tuesday, there you go. Highs in the 30s, that's it. That is very cold for this time of year. We should still be averaging close to 50 for highs here. And there's going to be some lake effect snow around. Way too early to tell as to how bad this lake effect is going to be. But with air that cold, you have to throw in at least a risk. All depends on the wind direction and how much moisture we have. But I do think the opportunity for some lake effect snow Monday and then Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night. Much of next week, Dan, is looking pretty cold around here.
Yikes. And I hate to throw this on you. Speaking of the Browns, what does Denver look like for the game? Obviously, they get hit with quite a bit of snow from time to time. Do we know what we could see for a game forecast?
It's funny that you asked that because I right before we did the Facebook Live here, I looked at the forecast. Now, the thing that's interesting about Denver is the Rockies, they're going to see a snowstorm in the forecast Thursday, and I think Denver's going to get potentially quite a bit of snow on Friday. However, by the time we get to Sunday afternoon, it is looking sunny there, and we're seeing game time temperatures there around 40 degrees or so. I don't think they're going to see snow in Denver on Sunday, but they are expecting some snow there on Friday. So if you happen to know someone, or if you're going to be flying, Denver connection, may have some travel issues there on Friday.
All righty, 19 First Alert forecast. Jeff, we appreciate it. Thanks for checking in. Have a good Thanksgiving.
No problem. Yeah, you too. You too.
All right. Take care. Just a lot of traveling. Remember, it's drinks giving tonight. A lot of people headed out to the bars the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. Be careful out there dealing with this kind of weather. Should never be drinking and driving, but add some weather into the mix, and it's not a good situation. Hope everyone has a safe and pleasant Thanksgiving. If we have anything else that breaks, news or weather-wise, it'll be right here on our digital platforms. Our 11 o'clock news coming up in just about an hour on CW43, then our noon news on Channel 19. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Have a great Thanksgiving.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media at Cleveland 19 News.